Hi everyone, in this video we're gonna find the fastest SUV in Forza Horizon 5. There's lots of SUVs in this game from a lot of big names, but we need to figure out who's the true king in the SUV game in Forza Horizon 5. So here's how we're gonna find the fastest SUV in Forza Horizon 5. We're gonna take this jump right here. This is the jump that I like to call the runway jump, the aerodromo drag strip. And I've already picked out 9 SUVs that are some of the fastest SUVs in the game. We're gonna tune each one of them up to its max potential, find the fastest tune available, put that on there, and then we're gonna take each one of them out on this same exact jump. We're gonna be looking for 2 things in this test. First, what's the top speed that the car can reach when it hits the ramp for the jump? And then once it's in the air, how much airtime does it get? So let's do a test run with this truck. We're gonna try to capture the speed that we get when we hit the ramp, and then we're also gonna try to remember what's the exact footage that we get of airtime once we land. So let's go. So in this test run, just give us a feel of what the test is gonna be like. We're gonna try to shift as perfectly as possible, try to get that speed as much as possible for every car, and we'll see what the numbers end up being. The car that has 2 of the highest numbers is gonna be declared winner. In this case, 214 miles per hour is what we got, and now we need to see how much airtime we get. 1,659 feet. So this is the test that we're gonna do. The speed test, when the car hits the ramp, kind of gives us an idea of the acceleration along that drag strip, because it's the same exact length for every car. So it should give us an idea in daily driving along certain roads how fast a car can accelerate and try to get to that top speed. Because the top speed doesn't matter as much when we're testing for the fastest car. Top speed is meaningless if the car takes forever to get to it. So this shorter strip actually helps us out a little bit more in figuring out what is the actual fastest car when it comes to real-time driving. So here's the first car, the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. We're gonna start each car right here by the fence, and just to make sure we're starting in the right spot, we're actually gonna tap the fence. There you go, let it brake, and that's the starting spot for each car. We wanna give every car a little bit of an extra stretch just to make sure they get to their optimum speed as much as possible. So here we go. Let's start with the Trackhawk. Now, a lot of people already believe that this SUV is the fastest one in the game, but let's see. We're gonna put it to the test. We wanna check to see what's the top speed it gets before it hits the ramp, and then after the ramp, we wanna see what's the actual airtime that it gets. Woo! 241 miles per hour, very steady on the up. 241, 241, and 2,103 feet. Wow, so 241 is pretty good speed, and 2,100 is really good footage for a big truck like this, for a big SUV like this. That's actually pretty impressive. So the next car we're gonna test is the Cayenne Turbo. This is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and this is what it looks like from the front. This is what it looks like on the inside. Real nice car. It's a 2018, and we're gonna take it back to the fence. Just gonna tap the fence. There you go. Let's go, Porsche. Oh, this handles a lot better. Feels a lot better. It's quieter. But sounds nice still. Doesn't accelerate as fast. Does not have as much of the speed boost that the Trackhawk did for sure. And the speed it gets when it hits the deck. 222 miles per hour. Stands straight up. 222 miles per hour gets us 1997. On to the third car. Here we go. The next car we have is a 2021 Aston Martin DBX. Here's what it looks like in the front. Beautiful car. Classic Aston Martin styling. Let's head on backwards. There you go. Let's go. Okay, similar to Porsche in terms of the feel, but the Porsche handled a lot better, a lot stiffer. 215 miles per hour top speed we got. and barely passed the beach at 1789. So that was a little disappointing for a nice looking car like this, but let's move on to the next. Our next car is this beautiful 2016 Bentley Bentayga. This is what it looks like on the front, side. Beautiful Bentley grille. Here's the back fence. There you go. And let's go. Bentley Bentayga. Feels pretty fast. Sounds pretty good. 231 miles per hour. 231. 2162. 231 and 2162. So far, our top two SUVs have been the Trackhawk and the Bentley Bentayga. And the Trackhawk got 2,100 feet of airtime, while the Bentayga got 2162. So in terms of airtime, the Bentayga did better, but in terms of the top speed that it got to achieve that, the Trackhawk was about 10 miles faster. The Trackhawk was 241 miles per hour when it hit the ramp, and the Bentayga was only 231 miles per hour when I hit the ramp. Let's move on to the next one. Our next car is a 2011 BMW X5M. Here's what it looks like from the front, the back, and let's move to the back. This is not the Forza Edition, by the way. There is a Forza Edition version of this, but the top speed on that tune is just not as high as you can get with this regular X5. So we're going with the regular X5M with the topped out tune that gets us a much higher top speed. So let's go. All right, feels really fast. We got to 200. ...228 miles per hour is our top speed. 228. And 1933 is what we get for airtime. So no cigar, not in the top three so far. Right now in top three we have the Trackhawk as number 1, the Bentley Bentayga as number 2, and the Porsche Cayenne Turbo in the number 3 spot. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. The next car is a 27 Maserati Levante S. This is what it looks like from the side, front, back, inside. Beautiful car. Let's hit the fence. All right, here we go. Ooh, feels really nice. Feels kind of like the Bentley Bentayga. All right, pretty fast also. ...235 miles per hour. 235 is the speed that it hits. And look at that, it gets us basically crossing the river. 235 crossing the river. Wow, that was incredible. It barely got to the edge of the water there, but it did get there, so we're gonna count that as the first car that actually, the first SUV I should say, that actually crossed the river. And that puts it in terms of airtime as number 1 so far. So right now our top 3 just changed. We still have, for acceleration and speed, Trackhawk at number 1, and at number 2, this Maserati Levante S just took the Bentley spot, and number 3 still is gonna be our Bentley Bentayga. Very close fight now. Next up is a 2019 Lamborghini Urus, a very famous car. Here's what it looks like from the back. Here's what it looks like on the inside. Let's go ahead and head to the back to the fence and see what this car can get us. Let's go. Oh, handles really nice. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo handled the best so far. This is a close second. Speedy too. 237 miles per hour. Wow, 237. Faster than the Levante S and the Cayenne, but very heavy. Doesn't get us too far. Right in the middle of the river. So wins the speed, but doesn't win anything else. So our fastest cars on the road have been the Trackhawk, the Urus in second place, and the Maserati Levante S in third place, and the Bentley Bentayga in the fourth place. All of them went above 230 miles per hour, but then things changed quite dramatically and differently when they were in the air, because that's where, in terms of airtime, the Maserati Levante S got us the most airtime out of all of them, and Bentley Bentayga was in second place. So the next SUV that we're going to be driving is the 2022 Rivian R1S. Okay, just want to make sure. Rivian R1S. Here's what it looks like from the front and the side. Those front, very classic Rivian lights. Here's what it looks like in the back, in the middle, inside. We got two big screens. Let's hop back out and go hit the fence. It's gotten dark now. There you go. Hit the fence. Let's go. Electric, our first electric in this competition. Let's see how it does. $221 miles per hour, very nice and smooth liftoff. Light car, obviously electric, not much inside. 2,126, almost across the river. 2,126, but on the speed, not so much. And that brings us to our final car, the BMW iX xDrive 50. This is the 2022 iX xDrive 50. Here's what it looks like on the front and the side. Those beautiful new BMW EV grills. Here's what it looks like in the back. Here's what it looks like on the inside. One long giant screen. We hit the fence. Let's go. There you go, the BMW iX. Oh my God, this is way faster. Oh, it's already beaten all of the other cars in this race. So this SUV is clearly the fastest on the road. 277 miles per hour. Top speed reached before we hit the ramp, and we have cleared the entire river, no questions asked. And we are doing some acrobatics, and the car is trying very hard to fix itself. We're gonna have to do one more jump to get an accurate kind of footage, our airtime footage that we didn't get, but clearly this car is the ultimate winner. We don't even have to go back to the scores, because it is a winner by a long shot. For number 2 for speed, we still have the Trackhawk on ground speed, but it handled so poorly. A better option for me, because it handles well, it's lighter, it gives you more airtime, and it's still just a little bit slower on acceleration than the Trackhawk, and that is the Maserati Levante S. I would put that as a number 2 for an overall, but just for the ground speed, Trackhawk is number 2. It had the highest MPH when we hit the ramp. It's the second highest MPH after the BMW iX. But yeah, we're gonna give this BMW another shot right by the fence. Let me move up a little. There we go. All right, here we go. Very nice. Look at that speed just trickling up. Super fast. All right, we're gonna try to be a little bit more stable on the jump this round. 276 miles per hour. The jump is a lot more stable on the up this round. 274 and then 2,503 feet. So both in ground speed, road driving, and in airtime, this car, the BMW iX xDrive 50, a mouthful of a name, is hands down easily the fastest SUV in the game. The second fastest that comes even close to this is the Trackhawk, which hit in this test 241 miles per hour, which is like a 35 mile per hour difference. And wow, this BMW SUV is insane. Now, it also happens to be that this BMW is also one of the rarest and hardest to get BMWs in the game. I guess technically not anymore, but people would have to go to auctions and try to find this car for 10 million, 15 million credit. And that's real. 277 this time. All right, so very expensive car, very valuable car, and a rare car to get. But they've added this car to the backstage pass. So if you get yourself a backstage pass, you can now very easily and quickly get this car from the backstage if you're interested. And once you have it, you will also have the fastest SUV in Forza Horizon 5 in your inventory. So cheers. So in the end, my top 3 based on this test are gonna be the BMW iX, the Maserati Levante S, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Like I said, I put Trackhawk 3rd place because of its poor handling at that high of a speed and its horrible airtime when on jumps. So for that, I put the Maserati ahead of it. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.